اغفر لي وتب علي إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. We are in the discussion of the angels, kan? Did we mention anything we want to speak about the angels? It's a bit fit. Pretty fit. It's much. The angels. Who's the next angel? Ar-Ridwan. Tamam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَسِيقَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا إِلَى جَهَنَّمَ زُمَرًا حَتَّى إِذَا جَاءُوهَا فُتِحَتْ أَبْوَابُهَا وَقَالَ لَهُمْ خَزَنَتُهَا أَلَمْ يَأْتِكُمْ رُسُلٌ مِّنكُمْ يَتْلُونَ عَلَيْكُمْ آيَاتِي وَيُنذِرُونَكُمْ لِقَاءَ يَوْمِكُمْ هَذَا قَالُوا بَلَى وَلَكِنْ حَقَّتْ كَلِمَةُ الْعَذَابِ عَلَى الْكَافِرِينَ قِيلَ ادْخُلُوا أَبْوَابَ جَهَنَّمَ خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا فَبِئْسَ مَثْوَى الْمُتَكَبِّرِينَ وَسِيقَ الَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا رَبَّهُمْ إِلَى الْجَنَّةِ زُمَرًا حَتَّى إِذَا جَاءُوهَا وَفُتِحَتْ أَبْوَابُهَا وَقَالَ لَهُمْ خَزَنَتُهَا سَلَامٌ عَلَيْكُمْ طِبْتُمْ فَادْخُلُوهَا خَالِدِينَ وَقَالُوا الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ الَّذِي صَدَقَنَا وَعْدَهُ وَأَوْرَثَنَا الْأَرْضَ نَتَبَوَّأُ مِنَ الْجَنَّةِ حَيْثُ نَشَاءُ فَنِعْمَ أَجْرُ الْعَامِلِينَ. Tamam. When the kuffar are being brought to the Jahannam as a group of them, they will be brought to Jahannam in groups. Because why? This is how you enter Jannah, and this is how you enter Nar. Na'udhu billahi min dhalik. You enter in groups. If you are busy with the right group in this world, then you will be brought in Jannah together with the group of those people. If you are busy with another kind of group in this world with the kuffar, na'udhu billahi min dhalik, then that is how a person will be thrown into the hellfire. They will be thrown in the group. That is why it is very important for us to find the right companion. وَسِيقَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا إِلَى جَهَنَّمَ زُمَرًا. When the kuffar, they will be thrown, they will be dragged to the Jahannam in groups. Jahannam refers to the hellfire. When there are seven levels of hellfire. The first level is called Jahannam, and it is only meant for Muslims. Jahannam is for Muslims. And the rest of them, the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, is for the kuffar, for the disbelievers, or for the infidels. That's more accurate. And that is what happened to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he went to Mi'raj. When he asked Jibril, who are these hellfire for? And then Jibril explained. And then the first level of hellfire. And then Rasulullah asked Jibril, who is this hellfire for? And then Jibril didn't want to answer Rasulullah. And Rasulullah suspected something. So Rasulullah asked him again, oh Jibril, who is this hellfire for? Jahannam. Jibril kept quiet. Because why? He didn't want to say anything that could hurt the feelings of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then Jibril kept quiet again. And then Rasulullah asked again, Ya Jibril, who is this hellfire for? And then Jibril said, it's for the sinners of your ummah, of the Muslims. But Jibril immediately tried to do something to cure the heart of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He didn't only say that this will be the hellfire of the sinners of your ummah. He continued, he said, until all of them will be removed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one day it will be closed. Immediately he did something to cure the hurt that he might have said to Rasul. He might have done to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Immediately. And that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when Rasulullah had much hope that he will make sure that none of his ummah will be lost forever in the hellfire. And he will continuously give shafa'ah until all of them will be removed from the hellfire. Hatta idha ja'uha, until when they come to the hellfire, futihat abwabuha. The doors of hellfire will be opened. وَقَالَ لَهُمْ خَزَنَتُهَا. And then the one who takes care of and those who take care of the hellfire will say, أَلَمْ يَأْتِكُمْ رُسُلٌ مِّنْكُمْ. Tamam. Didn't the messengers amongst you has come to you? يَتْلُونَ عَلَيْكُمْ آيَاتِ رَبِّكُمْ. They have recited to you the verses of your Lord. وَيُنذِرُونَكُمْ. And have give you warning. لِقَاءَ يَوْمِكُمْ هَذَا. On the day when you will meet on your meeting day today. They say, قَالُوا بَلَى. They say, indeed. All whatever that you have said has happened. وَلَكِنْ حَقَّتْ كَلِمَةُ الْعَذَابِ عَلَى الْكَافِرِينَ. But when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants a kind of adab to happen to a kafir, it will happen. What will be told to them? قِيلَ ادْخُلُوا أَبْوَابَ جَهَنَّمَ خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا. And it is said to them, enter the doors of Jahannam, خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا, forever and ever. And as how we have mentioned, the Jahannam here refers to all hellfires, not only to the first level of hellfire. فَبِئْسَ مَثْوَى الْمُتَكَبِّرِينَ. And this is the worst place which belongs to the mutakabbir, the one who have pride. They don't want to do sujood to Allah, so they are known as mutakabbir, those who have pride. What happened? What surah? Az-Zumar. Yang pernah dekat? Didn't buy card? It was not 32 bit. Try to use this. Try to fill up. فبئس مثوى المتكبرين وسيق الذين اتقوا إلى الجنة وسيق الذين اتقوا ربهم إلى الجنة زمرا. And those who fears their God, tamam, those who fear their God will be brought to Jannah, to paradise, in groups. حتى إذا جاءوها وفتحت أبوابها. Until when they come to the doors of Jannah, of paradise, فتحت وفتحت أبوابها, and the doors will be opened for them. وقال لهم خزنتها. And the caretakers of Jannah will say to them, Salamun alaykum, peace and blessings be upon you. Tibtum, you have done the right thing. Fadkhuluha khalidin. Now you will enter here forever and ever. And what they say, the dwellers of paradise, they say, وَقَالُوا الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ الَّذِي. They say that, Alhamdulillah, praise be to the one who has been truthful with his promises. وَأَوْرَثَنَا الْأَرْضَ. And he has inherited the earth to us. نَتَبَوَّأُ مِنَ الْجَنَّةِ حَيْثُ نَشَاءُ. We shall go in the Jannah as we want. فَنِعْمَ أَجْرُ الْعَامِلِينَ. And this is the best reward for those who does good actions. Tamam. And there's another verse. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instructs Malik to throw those people into the hellfire. Na'udhu billahi min dhalik. And then he keeps on throwing and throwing and throwing. And then one day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks the hellfire, يَوْمَ نَقُولُ لِجَهَنَّمَ هَلِ امْتَلَأْتِ. On the day when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to the Jahannam, are you full? What did Jahannam say? هَلْ مِن مَزِيدٍ. Do you have anything more? This is what hellfire will say to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It will never be enough. And they will be what is the fuel for the hellfire? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say what in the Quran? What is the fuel for hellfire? Stones and people are the fuel of hellfire. Na'udhu billahi min dhalik. We ask Allah protections from being the fuel for the hellfire. Ameen ya rabbal alamin. And Ridwan will welcome the dwellers of paradise. He will welcome the dwellers of paradise, and as how we have mentioned, he will not allow anyone to enter first into the paradise until Rasulullah ﷺ enters the paradise. They will be fighting in front of the paradise. Fighting for good reason, in a nice way. They will be knocking the door. Oh, Ridwan, open the door. They cannot be patient. Why? Because you are just in front of the paradise. You are already eating the food from paradise before entering the paradise. Rasulullah is giving shafa'ah to his ummah in Sirat. He is busy giving shafa'ah. And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam will not enter Jannah until every single one of his ummah is out from the hellfire. Now look at Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Even at that moment, when he can enter paradise first, he can enter Jannah first, he doesn't want to. He will wait for everyone of his ummah to be removed from the hellfire, then only he will go to enter the paradise. And the paradise will not be open until Rasulullah is the first one to enter paradise. So every one of them, when they are outside the paradise, mashallah, they can see the birds flying in the paradise, they can see their castles, they could get the fragrance of paradise, mashallah, just outside the gate of paradise. Immigration. You cannot enter paradise. Why? You must wait for one person to come first. Give all the passports. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They will knock, they will make lots of noise, and the angel will just wait until Rasulullah comes. They will misbehave for sure. Paradise in front of your eyes, and you cannot enter paradise. Tamam. Subhanallah, I couldn't imagine. It's something that is above our imagination. What will happen in Akhirah? But it's okay, for them to misbehave, because there's no more taklif. There's no more obligation. You can do whatever you want. You don't have any more responsibility. You can misbehave. You can jump. You can whatever you want to do. Until Rasulullah ﷺ comes and knocks the door. Then only the angel will come and ask, who is that? And then he said, Muhammad. And then he said, with you, we are being told not to open the door of paradise for anyone before you. Then they open the doors, all the doors of the paradise for Rasulullah ﷺ. And Rasulullah will enter the door of paradise. Then all of them will run to their paradises, to their palaces, as if they have known where they are staying. And they have not visited their paradise before. And they know their paradises, the palaces and the rooms in their palace, more than how they knew the rooms in their houses on earth. When they have never gone into before. But how? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who has given them the knowledge of their place of their palaces. And Ridwan. In paradise, in Jannah, the ones who will be the one to serve the believers in Jannah are among the children, and the insane people will be amongst those people who will serve the dwellers of paradise. Wildan means children. Wildanu mukhalladun. They will be why? There's a guy named Wildan. No. In NTU. Inshallah, he will be amongst those people who enter paradise, inshallah. Wildan. I still remember, I used to have a friend whose name was Wildan when I was studying in Perak, Malaysia. MashaAllah. He was a very nice guy. MashaAllah, nice looking guy. Wildan. And then insane people will also be amongst those people who serve the dwellers of paradise, because it is for them to get reward from Allah. They don't have any obligations. How they want to get reward from Allah? They want to throw in the hellfire. It's not fair, because why? Anything wrong that they do is not accountable in the presence of Allah, so they will not enter the hellfire. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes them amongst those people who serves the dwellers of paradise. When you serve in paradise, you will also enjoy something from paradise, isn't it? Even by just being next to the paradise, it's already so much enjoyable. What else if you will enter the paradise, even though you have to do work? The angels, do they enter paradise? Yes. Yes. The angels, they don't have any obligations. They don't have any taklif. So if they go to the paradise, they just do what they need to do. They are not like human, mashallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put nafs in them, desire. They want this, they want that. Angels, they don't care. The most important is they do what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells them to do. So regardless if they are in the hell or they are in paradise, this is the same. They obey Allah. But they are not being tortured in the hell, that's for sure. They are not being tortured in the hell. They are the one who tortures others. Angels, huh? Yes. Be like angels, but don't be like Malik. Sometimes you want to praise someone, oh mashallah, you're like an angel. Which angel? Maybe sometimes spouses have fight. Oh mashallah, you're like an angel. Which angel? Malik. No, inshallah no. That is Ridwan. What's next? Raqibun Atid. Raqibun Atid. This is one of... Okay, now you have homework. Come on. There are 4 ways being mentioned by Imam Al-Haddad in Risalah Al-Mu'awana, book of assistance. Who have book of assistance here? You have book of assistance? Who bring with the book of assistance here? You have? Anyone have book of assistance? Right, never mind. Since no one have book of assistance, it becomes a homework. There are 4 ways being explained by Imam Al-Haddad in book of assistance to stay away from ma'asi, to stay away from disobedience. Therefore, is being mentioned by Imam Al-Haddad in book of assistance on how to stay away from ma'asi. Homework. You've got 3 weeks. No, 1 week. 3 weeks. Very easy to find. Raqibun Atid, it is mentioned by some of our scholars that there might be 2 angels. This Raqibun Atid might be 2 different angels. Raqib is the one who writes your good deeds, and Atid is the one who writes your bad deeds. And some of them says that Raqibun Atid, on our right shoulder, his name is Raqibun Atid, and the left one he is also called as Raqibun Atid. His name is Raqibun Atid. One angel called Raqibun Atid. Another one is also called Raqibun Atid. Now, the one on our right shoulder, will be the one who gives command to the one on the left shoulder. And these angels, they will be together with us wherever we go and whatever we do, except in 3 situations. Number 1, when we go to the toilet, they will not be together with us. Not the one on our right and our left. Number 2, when a husband and wife having their relationship. Number 3 is when a person is not covering their private parts. This is the 3 situations where angel will not be together with you. But it doesn't mean he doesn't know what you are doing. It doesn't mean the angels don't know what you are doing. They know what you are doing at all times. Explanation by scholars. Some of them says by knowledge Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them. Some of them say by smell. Some of them say by whatever it is. The most important is that they will know what you do. Other than that, those 3 situations, they know what you are doing, and they can see what you are doing, and they are together with you when you do that. So whatever you do, if it's good or bad, will be written. Except that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as how He said, وَسَبَقَتْ رَحْمَتِي كُلَّ شَيْءٍ. His rahmah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, comes before everything else. Sabaqat rahmati ghadabi. Something like that. Hadith Kursi. That my rahmah comes before my anger. So if a person do an intention to do something wrong, but he has not put any effort to do it yet, then he will not be, no sins will be written for him. As long as he doesn't have strong azm. As long as he doesn't have strong azm. Azm is, what does azm mean in English? Huh? Will, determination. As long as he does not have strong determination to carry out that bad things, that's it. If he has intention to do sins, but then he overcome it, then he just cancel his intentions, then he will not be written with any kind of sins by Allah, by the angel. But if he has strong determination, he says, for sure, now I'm going to do this. Even though you have not taken any steps to do that, the sin has been written for you. So the sin will not be written upon you as long as you don't have strong determination to do that thing. What time is Maghrib? 7:17. Sure, 7:20. 7:18. As long as you don't have strong determination, the sin will not be written upon you. But if you have strong determination, khalas, I'm for sure I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this now. You will get that sin. Now if you made an intention to do something wrong, but you overcome those intentions and you, mashallah, you don't want to do any kind of wrong, then Allah will not write for you anything yet. If you have intended to do something good, even before having the determination to do that good thing, then Allah will write for you that intention which you have done. Come on. And the angel on the right will have power over the angel on the left, which means he will give command either to write or not to write. So whenever you want to do, you do some intention to do something good, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the angel will immediately write it for you. But when you intend, or when you have determination to do something bad, or when you have made the steps or the effort to do something bad, or when you have done the bad things itself, the angel on the left will not be able to write unless he has received instruction from the angels on the right. From the angel on the right. And the angel on the right will only, if a person do something bad, if a person does something bad, then the angel on the left will seek permission from the right. The one on the right will tell on the left not to write until 6 hours has passed. This is from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because why? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't want to write anything bad in your books. So, this one will not write until 6 hours has passed. Allah is giving us chance that we do istighfar or we do tawbah within 6 hours after we have done something wrong. We return back to Allah so that it will not be written. If 6 hours has passed without a person doing tawbah, returning to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then the angel on the right, with much difficulties, instruct the angel on the left to write down that sin which he has done. With much difficulties, he will tell, Yallah, write for him that particular sin. And these are the books that we are going to present to Allah when? In Mizan. Our books will put on the Mizan, on the weighing scale. And this book is replaced every year once. When is that? It's for Sha'ban. Sure. Yes, sure. It is. It's for Sha'ban. That is when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will replace our books to the new books. رَبِّ اغْفِرْ لِي وَتُبْ عَلَيَّ إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ التَّوَّابُ الرَّحِيمُ رَقِيبٌ عَتِيدٌ. So whatever you do, it will, the Raqibun Atid will have the knowledge of you doing that good act or that bad act. And when you are doing, when angels are away from you, then there will be shaitan around you. That is why in those situations, this encouraged for us to recite a certain kind of dua, so that when the angels are not with us, the shaitan will not take advantage of getting near us. Especially when you expose your aura. What we refer by aura is the heavy aura. Refers to the private parts. So you say Bismillahilladzi la ilaha illahu. Before you enter the toilet, you say Allahumma inni a'udhu bika minal khubuthi wal khaba'ith. Or in Ihya Ulumuddin, Imam al-Ghazali say Allahumma inni a'udhu bika minal mukhbithil khabithi shaitanir rajim. That is mentioned by Imam al-Ghazali in Ihya Ulumuddin, the dua to before you enter the toilet. After reciting that, you say Allahu Bismillahilladzi la ilaha illahu, and then you enter the toilet. When you recite Bismillahilladzi la ilaha illahu, then the jinn and shaitan, they will never be able to look at your aura. They will never be able to look at your aura. Bismillahilladzi la ilaha illahu. Very simple dua. For spouses, husband and wife, before they should recite that dua as well. The next one is Munkar wa Nakir. Oh, Munkar wa Nakir. Have you heard the story of Siwak by Hamid Qadhi? MashaAllah. President juga. Story of Siwak. Hamid Qadhi likes to mention this story. Whenever he travels, he will tell, maybe 4 or 5 times he will tell the story. Everywhere he goes, he tells people the story. Story of Siwak. I have to translate for Habib Qadim until I memorize the story. He always tell people about the story. There were 2 salihin. Tamam. There were 2 righteous men. Don't delete the last week video. Denmark. There were two righteous men. MashaAllah. This shall be our story before we recite our Latif. They were always together in their lifetime. And then the one, both of them, and one of them tell another one. He said that if I die, then you should not leave me, because they were always together on earth. So they say, you should not leave me alone. You should visit me in my grave. You should visit me when I'm in the grave, and make dua for me and ask Allah to bless me. Then the other one as well said to another one, he said, yes, you too. If I die first before you, then you should visit my grave and make dua for me. He said, marhaba. Then all of them continued to be together, worshipping Allah, until one of them died before another one. So the one who has died, mashallah, and then after being put in the grave, after some, and so another righteous man, between the two, who has not died, the one who is alive, he came to visit his friend to fulfill his promises as how they have made when they were alive. He will go to the grave, he will recite verses of Al-Quran, he will make some dua. And then, after some times, he continues to do that. Then at one night he slept, he dreamt of that man who has died. And he said, oh, MashaAllah, how are you? How has your death been like? And he said, MashaAllah, I'm good and my death was good. And then he said, MashaAllah, tell me a little bit more about your death. He said, when I died, I didn't realize that I was dead. When I woke up in the grave, I thought that I was just waking up from my sleep. So what happened? When I died, I was awake, but I found myself, I was in another kind of place. So I was scared. And when I woke up, I looked for my siwak. I looked for my siwak. MashaAllah, we're supposed to tell a story of Munkar wa Nakir, or we tell a story of Siwak? Never mind. When I woke up, I couldn't find my Siwak. So I was looking for my Siwak. And then I called my son. Oh my son, where's my Siwak? She was shouting. Oh my son, where's my Siwak? And then two angels came in front of me. And he said, oh servant of Allah, what Siwak are you looking for? Don't you know that now you are in the grave? And we are two angels, Munkar and Nakir, coming you to ask you questions about the questions to be asked in the grave. And then I was scared, he said. So I didn't know what to do. So I just say, Alhamdulillah alladhi ahyana ba'dama amatana wa ilayhi nushur. Alhamdulillah alladhi ahyana ba'dama amatana wa ilayhi nushur. So I continued to recite the dua. And I was still looking for my Siwak. He said. No. And then until that angels, those two angels told me that, what Siwak are you looking for? Don't you know that you're in the grave? And then I was quiet. And I continued to recite the dua. And then the two angels said that, oh man, it seems like you're a righteous man. No. So there's no questions for you, and there's no calculation for you, because of the barakah of reciting dua when I wake up from my sleep, and the barakah of taking care of Siwak. I didn't get any questions from those two angels. Munkar wa Nakir. The same goes to Munkar wa Nakir. Some of them say that Munkar wa Nakir are two different kind of angels. Some of them say that they will be two angels, and each of them will be called Munkar Nakir, and another one is also called Munkar Nakir. But the more accurate narration is that one of them is Munkar, one of them is Nakir. That is the more accurate narration. And they will come and ask servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the grave about their God. And they will bring to them the picture of Rasulullah ﷺ, and then they will say, who is this man? Who is this man? So if we keep ourselves busy learning the attributes of Rasulullah ﷺ, we like to keep ourselves accompanied by the right, the Salihin, then we will immediately realize that this is the picture of Rasulullah ﷺ. And then we will say that this is Muhammad, the seal of all prophets. And then we will be successful after that, inshallah. But for those people who, when the picture of Muhammad being shown to them and they couldn't answer, they will say, I heard that people say this, I heard that people say that about him. And then the angel will say, La darait wa la talit. You don't know, and you have never taken importance in knowing about him. Then they will torture that person, and no one could hear, and everything on the face of earth could hear his shout and his cry, except for jinn and ins. They couldn't hear the cry of those people who are being tortured in the grave. And these two angels, they will be the one who, if they will come to a person who's kafir, they will come in a very fierce form, they will come in an unpleasant manner, but someone who's believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will come in a very pleasant manner, with smiles, with saying Assalamu alaikum. And then many other angels which will bring mercy will be together with them. So these are those angels who will come and be together with him in his grave. Rabbil firli wa tub alayya innaka anta tawwabur rahim. So that's for now for those angels. There are many other angels who are not amongst those 10 angels who should also be learned and known about. An example, Karubiyun. Karubiyun, who's Karubiyun? What is the duty of Karubiyun? Hamalatul Arsh. They are those angels who are the one who's carrying the throne. That is how they worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by carrying the throne. They get close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by just carrying the throne. And there are many other angels, some of them who was named Al-Hafadha. Their duty is to protect people. When you sleep, before you sleep, you say Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum until the end. Rasulullah ﷺ said that there will be an angel protecting him while he's sleeping on his head. Who will protect you when you sleep? from animals, from people, from whatever it is. Who will protect you? If we think back, who is protecting us? If you read Allahu la ilaha wal hayyul qayyum, then angels will protect you. If you don't read, then ask the Singapore Police Force if they can give protection to you. While you are sleeping. And there are many other angels. This is also important for us to get to know. But the most important is these 10 angels. It is even mentioned in Aqidatul Awam. Actually, mashallah, what we are learning here in our Aqidah part, most of it I take from Aqidatul Awam. What is Aqidatul Awam? The first Aqidah book a small child will memorize. Tamam. The first Aqidah book a small child will have to memorize. Most of our Aqidah is all based on Aqidatul Awam. Rabbil Firli wa Tum Alayya Innaka Antat Tawwabur Rahim. Except that for me, maybe I have not find any Aqidatul Awam which is translated into English. That is why we use this book. Is there any Aqidatul Awam translated in English? Is there any? You'll find out, then let us know inshallah. Rabbil Firli wa Tum Alayya Innaka Antat Tawwabur Rahim. Wallahu alam. Translated? Malay, English.